Hello! Welcome back. More Valkyria Chronicles. I don't know why I had that menu open, but I did. We're gonna do... Captain... Apparently Vrot. I've already forgotten her name, and she's a freaking captain. Is it captain? I've already forgotten her position. Either way, this is about her and Largo, as you can tell by the picture down there. And it does have combat. I don't remember if it's very long combat. I think it's the stealth one. So we'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully well.
Thank you for coming, soldiers. I apologize for the lack of notice. I've called you for a special operation. You'll be liberating Gallian hostages. I'm issuing this order on my own authority. I haven't reported it. I'll bear the risk.
You don't have army clearance? Why not report it, Captain?
There will be no questions. You need only perform the mission as directed. The enemy are what's left of the Thousand Camp. They're holed up in a house on the outskirts of the city. Your objectives are to return all hostages and capture or eliminate all Imperials. The enemy is led by a man named Geld, Georgios Geld. He tortured and murdered Gallians in the First European War. He warrants no pity.
Georgios Geld? Hell, is this about...
Prepare for deployment immediately. You are dismissed.
The captain didn't seem like her usual self. It was almost scary.
No surprise there. She's been living the last 20 years to get revenge on Geld.
What? Revenge for what?
Back in EW1, she and I were called into the militia, just like you kids now. She and a buddy of mine, Frederick, were in the same squad. We fell for each other hard. But the enemy got Frederick one day. Word is, the enemy captain tortured him to death.
That enemy captain was Georgios Geld.
When the war ended, she stayed on. My guess is, it was just for a chance at revenge.
That's terrible. I had no idea.
Indeed. Lovely backstory about hatred. Game has a lot of that. Though to be fair, it did have hate in the title of this section, so... It is Captain. Hooray! I got it right the first time and then second-guessed myself. So we have to be sneaky in this mission. Which means we have to utilize grass and knowing where they move. The problem is knowing where they move because I don't actually remember, so this might take a while. Although I guess we could technically do it the super hyper aggressive way. Also, we don't have a tank because we're being stealthy. We'll have to see. We're obviously going to take Alicia. We'll slap her in the back because she's freaking a scout. We'll take Rosie. We're going to take Largo because he gives us CP. Although we're not going to use him. And we'll probably... Do we need Marina? I don't think we do, but we will slot her in there just in case. I think you only need 2 scouts for this mission.
If capturing the enemy
More or
is not
less.
feasible, then kill them. They merit no mercy.
Yeah, we know. So mean. Good lord. And I got a Steam message.
My little hostages. You're going to be our shields until we reach the next camp. I recommend against trying anything, or things may get unpleasant for you.
Also, that man's evil.
Geld and his men are hiding in that house. There are patrols monitoring the perimeter. Be careful. If they detect your approach, they may harm the hostages. Don't let anyone spot you as you approach the building. If they see you, the mission fails. Once you're close, take out the lookouts. Leave even one and Geld will know we're here. Those are your orders. Failure is not an option.
That dramatic camera zoom. So, all three of these people start crouching, so you can actually have your slow units there without too much of an issue. We have basically no CP, by the way, even with bonus units, which is kind of annoying. We're gonna grab probably we'll grab Alicia
My turn, okay?
and head up the left flank here. And we might use Rosie to head up that right flank down by those fences over there, we'll see. Rather than using Vulcan. Excuse me, Rosie. You're quite large.
Think I can hit them from here?
We should be able to get to this grass without anyone spotting us. Now what we can do beyond this grass, I don't know. There's more grass up there.
Unforgivable.
I don't know if there's someone up there though.
Any patterns in their movement?
I suspect they're all behind the house on the first turn actually. There is one on the roof though, so be aware of that. Make sure you're in the grass up here. There he is. And apparently she's going to trigger double movement, which I didn't actually need, but since she triggered it, we'll go ahead and keep moving her into a good spot. Basically just as high as we can go, so she's ready. There's another one down there. I don't want her to shoot on the enemy's turn, because that would be bad. I think there's 3. You know, we may just use Welkin. Welkin and Alicia rather than Rosie. Because Rosie is good, she'll murder things.
Here we go.
But her range is shorter, and all we're fighting are scouts, so we're gonna use Welkin. Plus Welkin's got this sweet, like, I don't know what it is, ammo pouch on his left hip.
Do everything you can to stay out of sight.
I literally don't actually know what that is. If someone does know what it is, you can let me know. I think it's probably some sort of ammo pouch, but it's freaking huge. There should be a third person.
Please be careful of stray
Maybe the third one is behind the building up there. So we'll go ahead, we'll prop Welkin down here, end our turn, and that's going to be our first turn. We need to wait for them to move regardless of what we do. I don't think you can do this in one turn. You might be able to, I don't know. I don't think you can though.
Well, boy, no sight of the galleons. I doubt I need tell you what will happen if they slip past you.
Sir, nothing to report, sir.
Very good.
Sir, about the hostages, what do you intend to do with them, sir?
Simpleton. Once we reach the nearest Allied camp, they're useless. I'll kill them myself. Nice and slow. After having a bit of fun.
I told you, he's evil. He's straight up evil. There are 3 of them because they have 3 CP. So there's one on the roof, one on the front left now, one on the front right, I think. Yeah. I don't know what the one on the roof is doing. Ooh, he's put himself in a nice, lovely position there, hasn't he? Kind of, sort of, maybe. It was better before he moved to the other side of the house. So Welkin can kill the far right one, and Alicia should be able to kill both of the ones on the left flank. So we may as well go ahead and grab her. Oh crap, it takes 6 shots. Maybe we should have moved a sniper up here. Well, no. She should be able to do this. Yeah. So that's going to trigger the you need to kill them all in this turn or else you fail thing.
Head for the next one.
Can I even shoot that low?
Please head for the objective.
I don't know. And because I don't know,
Time to do your
I can definitely shoot him from here. Unless this fence is bollocks. No, he can shoot me. So we'll park her right there. Shoot this second guy. Thankfully they don't have attack down, they just have defense down. Otherwise we'd have an issue. We'd have to run Rosie up to the front door or something. So she's done, and next up is Welkin, and then we'll just run Welkin up to the front door to trigger it. There should just be the 3 of them.
Go.
I'm not even gonna bother shooting him from there. That's just risking failure, basically. He could dodge, but remember we have a bunch of extra CP. Whereas he doesn't have a whole lot of extra dodges. There we go. Woohoo! I am Winrar, and now I get to see the dialogue about
Yes, that's the last of the lookouts.
this man being evil. And trust me, he is evil.
Good. Now storm the building immediately. Get those hostages and bring me Geld.
What? A Gallian attack? When did you...
It's all over, Geld. Your miserable life ends here. So, this is Georgios Geld. Taking civilian prisoners violates treaty law, does it not?
Please, forgive me. We just wanted to see our homes again, that's all. I'd have released the hostages along the way. It's true, Valkyros strike me down.
Silence! Who'd believe the words of scum like you? I've no doubt you'd slaughter them all. Your evil won't go unpunished. You are hereby sentenced to death by firing squad.
But, Captain Virat, prisoners of war have a right to a formal trial. You can't just...
I can and will. I'll kill him myself if I have to. I'll take full responsibility.
If you do this, you'll be discharged from the militia, Captain.
And what of it? I've lived for the day I end this man's life. It's all I can do for Frederick now. There's nothing else left.
Don't do this, Elle.
Largo. Why? Why stop me? This snake of a man killed Frederick. He butchered our friend. Frederick died horribly, tortured, broken. Doesn't that make you angry?
Of course it does, Elle. I could wring the rat bastard's neck myself. But do you think Frederick would want that? Think he'd want you to bloody your hands? Back then, us three were always talking about how we'd build a peaceful Gallia. Frederick's gone, but I know he'd still want that, even now.
Largo.
You didn't stick around the Force this long just to take revenge, Elle. You stayed for a chance to give yourself this new beginning. Don't cry, Elle. If you'll have me, I'll watch over you forever.
Finally back in friendly territory again. That could have ended exceptionally badly. Thank goodness the Gallians are weak.
Halt! Identify yourself.
Captain Georgios Geld. I was returned as part of a prisoner exchange.
So you're Geld, are you? I hear you took non-Darkson civilians as hostages. That was after serving time for abuse of captives in the First European War, correct?
Yes. But that was a long time ago, and...
Lord Commander Maximilian is a strict man on protocol. You've roused quite a fire in him. You're to be court-martialed forthwith. Brace yourself for the worst, Captain.
No, but I...
Take him away.
Stop! No! Let me go! No! I don't want to die! This can't really... I don't want to die!
Largo, has everything I've done up to now been a mistake? Ever since Frederick was killed, I've thought of little else other than avenging his death. But it's like you said, killing that man won't bring Frederick back.
So we can't get Frederick back, but we're still gonna have to live our lives. Know what I think? We've got to live our lives the best we possibly can. You ask me, part of that means bringing peace back to Gallia. That's what I think he'd want. I know! How about we start a vegetable garden? Vegetables taste good, look good, and they're good for you. We're gonna make Gallia one big farm. What? What's so funny?
I just pictured Gallia as this giant pumpkin patch. It's too funny.
I ain't laughing.
I know you've always been watching my back for me. That's the only reason I've made it this far. Largo, thank you.
Sure.
Look at this. Just what's going on here?
Hey, we're just... that is,
Well, well, Largo. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed what?
That's quite enough. The hostages were all recovered safely. Mostly thanks to your squad's efforts. Your orders are to return to the capital as soon as possible. That's all. Dismissed.
Captain!